This all started with a desire to really help individuals overcome adversities that they may be having in their workplace or in their personal life. In the story of Dare to Be the Change, all the things that I had been faced with really truly became my advantage. In my 40 years in the corporate world, I had many opportunities. But with those opportunities, so many of them were firsts. Whether it was first as a woman or first as a person of color. I have a lot of respect for the individual that opened the door for me. When he approached my father to talk to my father about going to work at this particular bank, truly I was scared to death because I knew that they did not employ individuals of color. I knew that. And so how would the clients and customers that bank there, how would they feel when they walked in and they saw this young girl that was a person of color? But ultimately, it still goes back to what my father always said, if you don't, who will? Many individuals are faced with different obstacles that they feel that they are the only person that's ever been faced with it. But there are so many individuals that are faced with different adversities that find a different path if they truly believe that they have that strength within them. And I found that strength within myself as I continued to face these adversities. I went to work for a bank, and my first day on the job, I was asked to please call the personnel agency to hire someone so that we could start the process of getting the computer systems up and running. So when I called the personnel agency said, Anela, I've got a great person for you, but this person is African American. And so the bank you're working for does not hire anyone that is African American. And so, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, how do I overcome this adversity? Because I am African American and they hired me. Do they not know? Not looking African American was an advantage and a disadvantage. Yes, I will tell you that it opened the doors for me. It became a disadvantage because I ended up having a number of supervisors that struggled with the fact that they were supervising a leader who was a person of color. You should treat people for who they are, it should not be about the color of the skin. It just shouldn't be. So being a woman, in many instances throughout my career, I was not seen as someone who could be a leader. It took years before I saw women being promoted as officers of the bank. I remember so well when I became an officer of the bank. The thing that really surprised me about that is that so many people came up to me to say, finally, we have a woman who is an officer of the bank. I want the readers that read my book, Dare to Be the Change, walk away with hope. That truly, when they're faced with any adversity, that they can stand on, if you don't, who will, and make it your advantage.